Okay, so the A5 Pro CC is finally here. We going more in depth, a more in-depth review covering all the major features and its use cases. And if you want a feature to be reviewed, just comment below and I'll cover it in the following videos. I actually got it from a guy in Canada. I couldn't buy it from China because of the ban on imports, on Chinese imports. So a shout out to Mr. Ross Paperman. Thank you for giving me such a good deal. And yeah, he only used it for a day, so it's basically new. I already opened it yesterday. Actually, I couldn't wait for to set up the video and all that. I already used it yesterday. So we have the phone here and the SIM card retriever, USB card. The guides are all in Chinese. Yeah, and the charger. The port is not supported for us, but I just have to buy an adapter, I guess. So yeah, and he already installed a matte screen protector. As you can see, this is the original. It's the original screen protector. He removed it and installed a matte, which reduces the glare and the reflection, making it better. So here we have the power on button and the volume buttons, which also act as the page turners when you read a book. USB-C charger and connector, the 3.5mm headphone jack. I love that. I'll be using that quite often, so I'm happy for that. This is the eInk button, and this is the SIM tray and external SD card. Yeah, this is the fingerprint reader. This is the camera with the flash. And there you have it. And it's quite smooth, the back. Yeah, so you definitely need to buy a cover. I think, at least for me, I'm going to buy a cover. I'll be using it outdoors quite a lot, hiking, when I'm hiking and riding my bike. So yeah, I'll probably buy the flap cover one. I'll get it by today probably, luckily. Once I started yesterday, they were just like basic setup, like fingerprint reader and all that. And once you set up those, then it's, yeah, fingerprint reader. As you can see, it's the A5 Pro CC. I was actually worried. I thought it was just the Pro looking at the cover, but yeah, it's the A5 Pro CC, and it's actually kind of very smooth, and I love it. So to insert your SIM card or external SD card, you just have to put pin here. Use the pin that's provided, push once, and there you have it. You can take it out and insert your micro SIM and micro SD card here. Oh, oops. And there you have it. Just insert in that. And okay, so this is without any front light, zero front light. I like it that way. It's outdoors. The sun is shining, but I'm in the shade, so it's not so bright. So there you have it. It's quite smooth actually, and it looks better than in the. I've seen a lot of video reviews about this one, about this device, but it looks better in real life. It's much clearer, and I love it. Of course, it has its drawbacks, many actually, but they're not really major problems for me. And there are workarounds we'll get into that later in the later videos. A 6GB 128GB version, and for system updates, it also updated to the November version yesterday, and there's another firmware that from December 22nd, which was the same day when the Hisense A7 was launched, so I'm guessing it's a similar firmware to that phones. There's no info like what new changes are in the new firmware, so I'm gonna find out some info about it first before I update to this version. Calling works and so does SMS for now. I'll wait like a week or two to see if there are any dropped calls or missing SMS, as many have reported. And right now I'm getting 2G network, but at home I got 4G. Sometimes it goes to 3G, but most of the time it stays at 4G, so I guess it depends on the area. Yeah, in real life it looks better than in the video. As you can see, unlike modern phones, it has quite a lot of bezels. I guess some people prefer that because it helps. I guess it's better when they're reading, but I'm going to be using it mostly as a phone, so yeah, I wish the bezels were thinner so that the phone will be smaller and more portable, easy to carry around. But this size is good too. It's easy. I can easily fit it in my jogger's pant. So yeah, so it's quite nice, good size. I actually made a cutout of the A7 phone, and it was difficult to fit in most of my pants. I made like a cardboard cutout, and so that's why in the end I just decided that choose the A5 Pro CC. And actually many people have returned their A7 and A7C precisely for that reason only, because the size is too big. I've seen some posts on Reddit, so I guess but there are many happy customers of the A7, so I guess it depends on personal preference.